It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. When 19th century author Charles Dickens wrote this, he was doing much more than opening a story. He was hooking his reader in, setting the stage for a turbulent time, and creating a very memorable work of historical fiction, A Tale of Two Cities. And that's just the first dozen words. Dickens was one of the greats of his time, but today, there are a lot of writers emerging. At Vancouver Island University, students of the creative writing program are learning how to make their writing stand out.
I think there is a lot of unedited content out there because of the social media world, which just encourages instantaneous expression. So more people are doing it. The writing program has been going for over 20 years, fostering young writers from their 20s to their 80s. When I say young, I mean that they're new to writing. The story's only 10 to 12 pages. So
the young writers in this class are learning about the publishing industry, but many of them are taking a variety of writing courses.
We offer programs that focus on fiction, short fiction, novels, poetry, script writing, some new media, and journalism courses. I always encourage people who have any inclination for creative expression. I think it's a wonderful state of mind and curiosity to explore things in writing.
One of the young writers here exploring her gift of storytelling is Giselle, and she's writing from her life experiences.
I had a wonderful life with a lot of experiences I'd like to share. So I think that's my main reason why I'm writing, and I'd like to leave some of those stories for my grandchildren. Without knowing it, I was already on the Camino when I heard about the pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela. My husband and I were touring France's countryside when at CVI we met heavily laden walkers making their way through the ruins of the Gallo-Romaine villa.
Giselle is reading from her first published story, printed within Portal magazine, a magazine that showcases the best writing from VIU students. As Giselle creates her written legacy, she attributes much of her writing progress to the peer and instructor feedback that comes through workshopping. Like Dickens, I know that a story's beginning is crucial to engage a reader, so I wrote a simple story beginning to seek out some of that constructive workshop-style feedback. Mark, a 6-year-old boy, got a new bike. He took it out to his driveway to test it.
We all respect each other, we read each other's work, we encourage each other. You have a very good start. But it can be improved, and I will try to help you. As a reader, you have to grab me by telling me something that I want to know more about. What the color of his hair, what the color of his eyes.
We're used to 140 character tweet. If the story hasn't hooked you by the first few sentences, certainly the first paragraph, often people will abandon it. What's going to happen? What's at stake? Is there a conflict? Do I care about what happens next? That's all from the first line often.
So Giselle gave me some good advice, and I've rewritten my opening. And I'm wondering what you think of this new one and what you might have to say about that.
I think it's definitely improved. It's great to have more detail. We have a sense of the sort of way he moves with verbs like squeezed, and his wild red hair sort of implies that he's a kid who's about to, get into trouble. I'd still have a couple of questions, like what's at stake for him? How bad was the accident? Is he recovering?
The writing is a lonely activity, and sometimes we need the support of our other writers.
One of my favorite expressions is, truth is stranger than fiction, but fiction is truer. And I think fiction tells us a lot about our lives, and students are exploring their own lives and others right now when they're writing.
For writers out there who may be inspired by VIU's creative writing program, the Nanaimo Arts Council is inviting submissions for the annual Islands Short Fiction Contest. The deadline for entries, 2,000 words or less, is March 17th. Visit www.nanaimoartscouncil.ca. In Nanaimo, I'm Derek Johnstone.